So Harmon Dial from The Athletic put together, he does a lot of these listicle things, and I actually really like them. He talked about some RFAs that could be trade candidates. And it seems like everybody in Buffalo is a trade candidate right now. This guy is not mentioned. Oh, he is mentioned on his list, but 2 Buffalo Sabres mentioned. First one, Bo Byram, who was with the Avs and then didn't want to play up to the Avs standards. So it's like, we're going to ship you to Buffalo. This guy doesn't have a contract. He's a very good defenseman.
They don't need him.
Yeah, they also don't need him. It was an odd choice for Buffalo to get him.
You have Darlene and Power. Stop making one of them play the right.
Yeah.
Like, just, what are you doing?
It's
just not an efficient use of their money.
Byram also switched agents earlier this month. He's now with Cortex. So I'm curious about that guy. And then I was more curious about J.J. Peterka.
So am I.
Because J.J. Peterka has been in trade rumors for almost 6 months now. And that is, and it, like, Saravalli came out and said it. He's like, he's not happy, along with a whole bunch of other Buffalo Sabres, with the progress or lack thereof in Buffalo. And it brings me back to that. Do you remember the conversation we had? Buffalo was in the tank. Kevin Adams was pissed that they didn't have palm trees, so Jake Trouba wouldn't come. Mm-hmm. And the owner walks into the dressing room and goes, "We're not doing anything."
The answer's in the room, J.J. Peterka.
So now I think the owner is now going to see another crop of good young players go, we're just not going to come here.
You can't trade J.J. Peterka under any circumstances. That's my opinion on it. I would love to know his agent's opinion on it.
I don't think his agent's going to give his opinion on it. That's for sure.
Yeah, here, just
that's a bit of a hot situation. I don't think Alan's going to talk about that.
So, Alan, what's going on? just do that. Have you ever tried just asking him, Alan, what's going on?
And he'll be like, no comment.
Damn.
Yeah, I do ask him. He'll just say no.
Damn.
I'm not talking about it.
What's his Peterka peeve? Ask him that.
I don't know. But I think that's...
Please clap.
But you think about Jake McCabe, Sam Reinhart.
Everybody. Everybody.
Who else left? Lena Solmark, who was actually good in Buffalo. Jack Eichel. All these guys who've gone into success afterwards. If Buffalo had just merely retained most of its team, think of the talent Tage Thompson would be surrounded with right now. Man. And now, like, watch, Byram's going to pop off. Mm-hmm. Well, probably not, but I don't know. He was 4th overall pick. We'll see. Lots of injuries there. I don't care if J.J. Peterka holds his breath and stamps his feet. I'm not trading you. I'm not doing it. Oh, okay, you sit out. Oh no, the Buffalo Sabres might be bad. Sit out. Good. You're staying. I'm not trading you. What are they going to trade him for that's going to be fair value? There isn't an answer out there that makes sense. I'm not trading you. That's my answer if I'm Kevin Adams. Sorry, you have to stay. You're a Sabre now. Sorry about the draft. You're a Sabre. Don't show this to Alan. But he doesn't have a contract.
It's a compliment of his... Yeah, sit. What are you going to do? Sign with another NHL team? You can't. Oh, well, I'm going to go to... now I'm just making stuff up. But no, I'm not trading you. There's nothing out there that makes any sense for J.J. Peterka. And if the Sabres find it, bless them. Dude, you got a guy who's like, what, 23? You got a guy who's early 20s... 30-ish goal scorer, one of the best offensive players they have, and the Sabres are trading him because why?
He doesn't want to be there anymore.
No one wants to be here, JJ! Sign the contract! I'm not trading you. That would be the most honest moment of Kevin Adams' career. I am not trading you. What are you getting for JJ? What would you need? Like, helpful suggestions.
You need JJ Peterka.
No, I find the Sabres so uninteresting.
Oh,
like,
really?
oh my gosh. They don't have a roster and none of the guys are good and they don't know how to build. Until Kevin Adams isn't the GM anymore, it's nonsense. Like, they're not good at this. They're not good at building a hockey team. So, like, what's the conversation?
JJ Peterka, Nick Robertson, final offer.
They got a collection of young guys who are like, oh, they're kind of good, and then they leave, and then they go somewhere else, and they're like, oh, they're good players, and they were in Buffalo at one point, and nobody wants to play there, and like, I don't know. They suck. And they're always going to suck if this is how they run their organization.
At some
From
point,
like the ownership down, because the Pagulas don't care about the Buffalo Sabres enough to change general manager.
at some point, something has to be the final straw. You trade JJ Peterka, pack up and move.
No, like that would have been Jack Eichel. Like,
And they'll still tell me that's a good trade.
You know what they
final
found?
straw was
So
10
many
years
straws.
ago. The final straw was so many straws ago.
It's like, you ever see those horrible nature documentaries where it's just all these seagulls dying because they're choking on straws?
No, I don't.
And you're like, where did they get all these straws? That is, the Sabres are this trash island of dead seagulls.
Yeah.
They cannot trade this player. And like, here, Adam, do you have a stat line up? Can one of you bring a stat line up?
Who for who?
Because
JJ
JJ Peterka, because I feel like a lot of people don't know. You have to be like a fantasy sports nerd, I think, to be a non-Buffalo Sabres.
27 goals, 41 assists this year.
In how many games?
77, so 68 and 77. Last year, 28-22 in 82, which is 50 points.
How old is he?
Oh my God, he's going into his fourth year. He is 23.
Are you out of your mind?
You know where he makes sense?
Where? Any team in the league?
Boston, German,
I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll kill them.
but he's German.
If Kevin Adams trades JJ Peterka in division and it's not to the Leafs, I'm going to throw palm trees at the building.
You will go down and bring a palm tree.
I will bring a palm tree above my head. I will find super strength from rage. And just throw it at his friggin' office window. Not only do you trade him in division. I hate you.
So the Buffalo Sabres don't know how to build a roster and they lose.
Right.
Well, tell me anything that's changed from the last time they were good till now.
Nothing.
That's what is that? 14 years since they made the playoffs. Yep. It's been the same story for 14 consecutive seasons. Very uninteresting to me.
Yep. No, I agree. That's why I'm saying, don't you dare trade this player. If your option is trade him or have him sit out, you sit him out.
Sure.
Can't trade this player. You're out of your minds.
It doesn't make it better though. If he sits out, you're still trading him.
No, you're not.
Well, you sit him out.
Then your NHL career is over.
Several years.
Your NHL career is over.
I think it might be anyway. This is the guy that traded Jack Eichel to his Stanley Cup.
No.
No,
The
he's talking
Turkish
about
is
Peterka.
over.
Oh,
He's playing the hardest ball.
Well, this is the Leafs with Robertson. It was like, sign here. And he's like, no. Okay, well, go out and find an offer sheet. Peterka is a great candidate for an offer sheet. I think you gotta Thomas Vanek this and match it no matter what it is.
do you do a Kotkaniemi thing where you offer him way more than you should for 1 year?
See, this is why Peterka is like, I'm not totally convinced Nyes would sign an offer sheet. I'm not totally
Peterka,
convinced
we know would.
Evan Bouchard. Yeah, it sounds like ask Allen. I don't know. Ask Allen.
I mean, Saravalli had the report. He said he wants out. I guess that sounds like a guy who would sign an offer
Yeah,
sheet.
but we have a better source.
Yeah, but Alan's not going to talk to me about that.
I know. No disrespect to Frank, but we have a better source on this. It's just he won't talk to us.
No, not like that. Not like that.
I had forgotten about offer sheets. That one is fascinating. What do you give a guy? You know, we've been talking about Nyes making like 8 times 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
Peterka's got pretty similar numbers.
He does.
Pretty similar age.
Doesn't have the one thing with Nyes is that he is a unicorn in the physicality sense, where Peterka is because there aren't a lot of
How big's Peterka?
6 feet tall, 189 pounds.
Okay, so
He's
average.
Yeah, he's not a no. What I'm saying is like unicorn in the sense, and I don't want people to think that I think that he's like the next Gretzky. I'm talking about like what he brings in terms of he's a bowling ball.
There's not a ton of players in the league like him.
Like a Tom Wilson type.
Yeah,
and that's what
type.
What Montreal thought Josh Anderson could be when they signed that contract, and what he is every time he plays Toronto and nobody else.
Yes.
You know,
And Vegas in the playoffs that one time.
yeah,
Crazy. He won games by himself.
Do you remember when Kevin Adams sent a second-round pick to Ottawa to get back Josh Norris for Dylan Cousins?
Dude,
And then Dylan Cousins had like, he's pretty good.
go look up what he
playoffs.
got, what he traded for McLeod from Edmonton.
What was that one?
Wasn't it? It was like a second. Oh no, you know what I'm thinking of. So I think McLeod was Savoy, which is insane. He's a 9th overall pick.
Yes.
And he traded a 2nd round pick to the Capitals for Beck Malenstein, who the Capitals turned into Cole Hudson.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's okay. Dude, you're insane. You let the league pry J.J. Peterka from your cold, dead hands.
Yeah, no, it's like his hands are wide open. What are you talking about?
I think if he signs an offer sheet and you don't match it, you still go to his house and stand in front of the door. If you're Kevin Adams, like you just starfish right in front of the door.
I think your expectations of what Kevin Adams can do and can't do are too high.
Pack up and find something else to do if you can't keep this player.